What happens when a man lies injured in the forest, surrounded by lions? As the lions prepare to launch their attack, something unexpected happens that shocks everyone. The story begins with a man named Robert Briggs and his wife Suzanne. They lived on the edge of the beautiful Rocky Mountains, surrounded by untouched nature. On weekends, they loved going on exciting hikes together, which made their bond even stronger. But for Robert, these hikes were more than just fun. They were a way for him to explore and understand the wild world around them. Robert was really into nature, and he kept detailed notes about all the hiking trails they explored. He ranked them by how hard they were and wrote down everything about the animals they came across. He even made his own encyclopedia about the Rocky Mountain ecosystem. Bears, in particular, fascinated him the most. Suzanne, however, was more cautious about these big, powerful animals. She knew they could be unpredictable, so she approached them with care. Undaunted by his wife's worries, Robert spent a whole year searching for the perfect spot to watch bears in the wild. Eventually, he found a place where these amazing animals often visited. But the real challenge wasn't just finding them. It was figuring out their mysterious movements, especially when mothers were protecting their cubs. One fine day in late spring, Robert went on a hike to the special bear spot. The mountain air was fresh, and a strange cry caught his attention. Curious, he followed the sound through the thick forest until he stumbled upon an unexpected scene. Suddenly, he came face to face with a worried mother bear. She was making distressed sounds as she walked near a deep pit. It wasn't the confrontation Robert expected. Instead of being aggressive, the bear seemed not to care about him. Her attention was fixed on the pit. With caution, Robert approached, realizing that her distress was connected to whatever was in that hole. After taking a deep breath, Robert found out why the mother bear was so upset. Hidden by her big body, there was a tiny bear cub stuck at the bottom of a pit. The situation looked really bad. The cub seemed weak and barely moved, and the mother bear's cries showed how urgent it was. With his heart racing, Robert knew he had to do something. It might have sounded crazy, but he had to give it a shot. Using his trusty rope and climbing gear, he went down into the pit. Surprisingly, the usually protective mother bear let him get close to the cub. The rescue was intense, and at one point, the mother bear swiped at the cub and accidentally scratched Robert's shoulder. But saving the cub was worth it. Finally, Robert climbed out of the pit with the little bear. He gently placed it in front of the mother, and there was a quick, thankful look between them. The mother bear swiftly gathered her cub and disappeared into the wild, leaving Robert amazed by the special connection he had just witnessed. 4 years later, Robert was back on the trail where he had a special encounter with bears. Little did he know that this visit would be different. As he walked to his favorite spot to watch a bear family, something unexpected happened. Out of nowhere, Robert felt a hard hit and fell to the ground. Pain shot through his head, and his arm had a cut with blood coming out. Confused and hurt, he looked around and saw a scary mountain lion getting ready to attack him. Panicking, Robert screamed loudly, hoping for help. Luckily, help came from an unlikely hero. A big shadow appeared from the nearby bushes, and with one strong swipe, the mountain lion was scared away. The wildcat ran off into the wilderness, leaving Robert shocked and hurt. As he gathered himself, he realized that the savior was the same mother bear he had rescued years ago. At that moment, something special happened between the man and the bear. They understood each other without words, going beyond the usual differences between humans and animals. Even though there was danger, the bear paid back the favor from that important day years ago. Though Robert was hurt, he made his way back home, feeling a strong connection to the wild beauty of the Rocky Mountains. After that day, Robert became a big supporter of bears and their feelings. Even when some people, including his wife, doubted him, he shared his story of how people and nature can form strong bonds. His story spread through the mountains, showing how the wild can bring unexpected friendships and change the way things happen. So what are your thoughts about this story? Tell us in the comment section below. Till then, take care.